Hi everyone, I'm Vicki Murphy. I am a Jira Align specialist at Valiantys, which is a Platinum Solutions partner with Atlassian. In this video, I am going to be breaking down the updates to Jira Align with the release of version 10.129. This version was released to Jira Align instances on the continuous release track on January 19th, 2024. This will typically be your test or development environment if you have one, and it will be released to all other instances of Jira Align on February 2nd, 2024. So let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with a couple of updates via the slides. The transition to the new navigation UI. Previously in 2023, Atlassian did start to roll out their new navigation UI. It is now available for users to opt into. And over the next three releases, versions 10.130, 131, and 132, existing instances of Jira Align will begin transitioning fully to the new navigation experience, and that legacy experience will be deprecated. 1 month prior to the removal of the legacy UI, users in your environment will be notified with an in-product notification similar to the one you see on my slide. Atlassian did mention if you reached out to them requesting more time before removing the legacy UI from your instance, you will be included in that last release 10.132, which is currently scheduled for March of 2024. Additionally, if you would like to fully transition to the new UI now, you can submit a support ticket to Atlassian or reach out to your implementation partner or advisory services representative. Atlassian does continue to make some updates for on-premise instances of Jira Align, specifically to the back office service. As of version 10.127, the on-premise back office service does not connect to the AgileCraft server database, which is no longer supported for use. Atlassian has been monitoring and performing testing to ensure that this change has no unintended effects. And in this release, version 10.129, the AgileCraft server database is no longer needed. New installations will no longer need to create the AgileCraft server, and existing installations should run a command to rename the AgileCraft server and revoke access to Jira Align SQL users. When you no longer need the data from that server, it can be dropped. Atlassian is currently updating their installation guide and release notes for on-premise customers. And of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to the Atlassian support team. Jumping into Jira Align to showcase one update for administrators who are working with a Jira Align environment that is syncing to one or more Jira software environments. On the Field Management tab, which is a newer tab in the connector settings, we now have an update. Whenever we add fields here to sync between the two environments, we have a column that's been added in the middle, identifying the direction that that field will sync. Additionally, we have the new feature points field added here. In this field specifically, you can actually click on this sync indicator to change the direction that it syncs. All of the other fields currently included on this tab do only sync bi-directionally between Jira software and Jira Align. There is also an update for environments that are syncing Jira Align to Azure DevOps or ADO. Now you will see a warning displayed on the details panel of stories if that story previously synced to your Azure DevOps environment but has been removed from the connector story type mapping. Atlassian does continue to clean up the references and links to the quality module. With this release, the references and links to test cases were fully removed, and scheduled for the next release, version 10.130, all database backup tables and quality pages and objects will be fully removed. Atlassian did include some defect fixes in this release. Some highlights are some API fixes, some updates to team members improperly populating the Agile team member list, and updates to some visuals not representing the platform terminology updates. You can learn more about any of these defect fixes as well as any of the updates covered in this video via the release notes, which are linked in the description of this video. Those are all the updates for version 10.129 to Jira Align. Thank you very much for watching, and best of luck on your Jira Align journey.